some glam for the New Year's Eve party doesn't have to break the bank.
No, joining us now is makeup artist Linda Millar with the budget-friendly products to give you the dazzling look you want when counting down to midnight.
Yes, hello, thank you so much for having me.
So happy to have you.
Yes.
And I love, Linda, that we're doing budget-friendly.
Yes.
You are speaking my language.
Yes.
I don't like spending a ton on makeup. I just don't.
Well, we all have that luxurious product, right? But when do we ever get to cater to the lower end brands? They still work as great. So I'm here to show you a great glam look that is very affordable. All the items today will be under $20.
Ooh, and what I love is lots of people out there maybe don't wear makeup every day, but for New Year's Eve, it's a big deal, it's a party. They want to maybe get a little festive, but don't want to spend a ton of money if they don't already have it.
Yeah, we want to zhuzh up for New Year's.
Let's zhuzh. Let's start zhuzhing.
Let's start zhuzhing.
And if you don't know what to do, like you mentioned, maybe you don't do it on the daily. That's why Linda is here to show us how to apply, where to apply, all the things. Yes. Let's talk about the look on your beautiful model.
Yes, this is my beautiful model, Pia, aka Taco Lady. So everything that I actually have used is all the products that are listed on this table right here, including the brushes. So again, this brush set is incredible. It's by Real Techniques, $19.99.
Whoa, where would you get that?
That is at Ulta.
Okay.
I have that package at
What a
Ulta.
deal for brushes.
Yes.
Okay, some of the other brands. Let's mention those that you
Yes,
brought.
absolutely. e.l.f., a lot of people do know. You can buy that at Target, CVS, any of those stores. All the products I have up here are less than $8.
Oh,
guys.
wow. I do love the e.l.f. brushes. Do you ever use these?
I think I've had some eyeshadow brushes.
What I love about those is they're like $3 or $4. So instead of having to maintain cleaning your brushes, which I don't have time for, you don't feel as guilty if you just toss it and rebuy.
Yeah. Absolutely. That eyeshadow palette up top there, that's 4 eyeshadows. That is a $3 eyeshadow kit, which I've used completely on her eyes.
Well, and I love their sparkle.
To create a look.
And why do I
Yes.
feel like we want sparkle for New Year's?
We want shimmer.
We do.
We want glimmer. We want to
And
bring
that
it in the air.
pigment is fantastic. Sometimes you might worry about that. Will it be strong? Will it show up at only $3? And it looks beautiful.
Yes, well, and that we wanted to, again, zhuzh up and have a more fancy look, so we've added a little bit of the liquid glitter shadows on top of that, and that will allow you just to have a little bit more oomph. $6, guys.
So let's talk about skill level. This is budget friendly, but is it makeup for dummies?
Easy peasy,
Because
easy
you said
peasy.
liquid eyeshadow and I got nervous.
Yes, no, absolutely. You know what's interesting is I applied this with my finger.
Oh, will you show us?
Oh, absolutely, more than happy to. So honestly, I just take my ring finger, I load up on the glitter. Good technique to this one because it's so wet is let it dry before you apply another layer. So go ahead and close for me, Pia.
Does that get into the creases? I feel like that can also be a worry with a liquid
Absolutely.
eyeshadow.
This is why it's great to have your eyeshadow base already on before you add this glitter. Because you already have that base there.
Do you feel like this color combo can work for all skin tones?
Absolutely. Okay. You can never go wrong with a good champagne brown tone with any eye color, skin tone, eye shape. It just works for all.
It's so pretty. That close-up is just beautiful.
Well, and I like you're tapping it on.
Yes.
Because I maybe would smear it across. What else would we do wrong?
You do want to make sure to tap because it'll allow the pigment to stay on that area without maneuvering.
Oh.
And allow that to dry a little bit and you can pop some more on and it'll give you even more.
As much glitter as you need.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to be able to shut my eyes.
I don't think you can have too much on New Year's Eve.
It's going to be
never have
heavy.
too
I
much.
love whenever we see that close-up shot. I'm looking at her cheeks, the cheekbones, the highlights. How do we create that?
Yes. So moving on to the putty blush. Now, again, like I said, I used the foundation and created her look beforehand. This foundation is $14 from Ulta. It is a medium to full coverage called the Complexion Crush Foundation. You guys, it's stunning. It's my everyday.
And do you think you could wear it every day?
Yes, absolutely. Because of how sheer it comes out, but then you can build.
She's got like a glow. Is that natural though? It probably is.
She does have great skin.
Taco Lady.
She does have. Taco Lady does have great skin. So I'm going to actually go in with the e.l.f. Putty Blush, $7. With my stippling brush from e.l.f., I believe this is $9 to purchase. So stipling it on the back of my hand to kind of get off all that extra residue.
Okay,
What
that's
is
something
stifling?
I have not
I
done.
don't even know what stifling.
Stipling is just simply stamping onto the skin.
Okay, and then let's see a little bit in our final
Yes.
30 seconds.
And just a pop of color on
Where
there.
do you say is the perfect place to apply blush?
Smile for me. Look at that apple.
Right on the apple of the cheek.
Look how bright that brings that up.
But you're doing an upline. You aren't doing.
I am.
Just the circles, Rosie.
I'm tapping to the back of the top of the ear.
Okay.
To give that angular lift on the cheek.
That is a perfect movie star New Year's Eve look. Linda, I love it. Where do we follow you?
Find me on Instagram. It's at Miss Linda Millar or Makeup by Miss Linda. And I also have my website at misslindamillar.com if you want to book.
You nailed it.
I know, I'm going to try to do all of this right, like during the commercial break.
Let's do it.